Hey guys, Sparks here back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video, and this is a simulation guide you've been looking for. I couldn't find a really good sim room explanation anywhere on YouTube, and I've been searching for a while, even from creators that normally have really good information, so I decided to make one myself for you guys. It can be pretty confusing. I'm willing to bet many of you are just picking buffs and hoping for the best without really knowing what's going on. So let's get into it. Between each battle, you get to choose a buff. These can apply to different classes like you see here. They can also apply to different manufacturers like this. Or in some cases, they are universal. They also come in 4 different rarities of R, SR, SSR, and Epic. And you can have a maximum of 8 buffs at a time. Perhaps the most important thing to talk about is the chain type, and this is indicated with the 4 shapes of triangle, square, circle, and diamond. Okay, so that's all the easy stuff. Being the smart investigative gamer you are, you've probably already figured all that out, so let's take a look at how you can actually get the chains to work and why you even want those chains. So chains allow you to level your buffs. This is different than rarity. You can get up to a maximum of level 5, and it works for R all the way up to Epic the same way. You start at level 1 obviously, and you can get to level 2 by getting a chain of 3. So here you can see I currently have 2 buffs, and they are level 1. I'll select a 3rd buff, that is a diamond, and now they are all at level 2. Level 3 is achieved by getting 2 sets of 3. So later I get 5 buffs here in this example, and 2 of them are a different shape. I grab my 3rd triangle, and now all 6 are level 3. And oftentimes you'll skip either level 3 or 4 based on what options you're given, and you'll see why in a second here. Level 4 is from matching 6 shapes, which you can see I have right here. I have 8 total, but only 6 or 7 are actually matching. So I replace one of my buffs, and remember you can only have up to 8 with another square, and they all go to level 5. So basically the levels just increase the potency of whatever that buff's effect is. So in some cases you can see it might actually be better to use a lower rarity buff than a higher one if it lets you level everything up. The other thing that is confusing at first is when you actually get the buffs. At the beginning I chose buffs, and it seemed like sometimes they just didn't do anything. How it works is you choose the type of buff reward you want before the battle like this. And then I'll show you this right now. We'll fast forward through the battle. And when you beat it, you get a reward choice of 3 options of the type you chose before. And then right after, you'll be prompted to choose what you want for the next reward. You fight, and then you get the reward to choose from, and so on. Alright, I know at least some of you were confused about that. It seems obvious, but hopefully that cleared it up, because I know I was confused at first. Anyway, you might be good to go now. Now you totally understand how chains are. If this was helpful, please let me know in the comments and share the video with people so we can help the community. Help me reach my goal of 500 subscriptions and hit that sub button, but there's still more to learn. So now that you know how everything works, let's take a look at what the different categories of buffs are. You have 6 different categories. The first one is attack. These are all your offensive buffs, like attack up and crit up. The next is survival. This is stuff like heal spray and defense up. Then you have strategic buffs. These do things like decrease reload time and charge speed. The ICU lets you heal your team or revive a fallen Nikke. So you just kind of use that as your backup. But probably the most important is spec up. This is either going to change the chain type of all your buffs to match. This is almost essential for getting to that level 5, or it can upgrade the rarity of all your buffs. So this is also extremely powerful because maybe you are keeping a bunch of R or SR buffs to maintain your chain, and then this lets you bump all those up to a higher rarity. Lastly, there is unknown, which can do a bunch of random stuff, including just damaging your team. Honestly, I avoid this almost all the time, and you don't have to pick one if you don't want to. This is something you'll probably do a lot. You can just pick none. You'll probably do this a lot later on, so you don't mess up your chain. Alright, I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you still have any questions. A lot of people complain about Simulation Room, but I feel like some of this comes from people just not understanding what they're doing. And once you do, I think you might find that Sim Room is actually one of the deeper modes of the game. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.